Hi, my name is Matt Knoll with Stevenson Equipment. Today we are going to go over the setup of a Grove TMS 9000E. The first step when you pull into the job site is set the parking brake. After that, you will want to lower the cab suspension by pressing this button. Next, you will engage the PTO pumps and shut down the ignition from the carrier. Once the engine is properly shut down, restart from the lower and verify that the pumps are properly engaged. Exit the lower and proceed to the outrigger control panel on the driver's side, where you will extend the outrigger beams on the driver's side of the machine. To move the beams, select the proper function and engage the actuator switch. Once the driver's side beams have been deployed, make your way around to the passenger side and repeat for the passenger side beams. Once all four beams have been extended, select each jack function switch and seat all four outrigger pads firmly against the ground. Using the auto level feature of the TMS 9000E is easy. Simply engage the auto level function and actuator switches. Continue to hold the switches until all tires are raised off of the ground. Once the machine has been leveled, to complete the outrigger setup, lower the front stabilizer jack by activating the function select and actuator switches. Walk around to the carrier cab and turn off the ignition.
Hi, my name is Gabe Lash with Stevenson Equipment. We will now go over the upper crane functions and setup. Upon entering the cab, the first thing you will do is turn on the ignition switch. Pause and allow the machine's ECOS and EKS operating systems to boot up. Once the operating systems have booted up, you can continue to start the machine by using either the ignition switch or the operator start switch. The left screen, the ECOS system, or the electronic crane operating system, controls boom configurations through pinning options, features automatic and manual modes, monitors operating hours, power units and crane functions, monitors hydraulic pump outputs, controls function speeds, swing, hoist, lift, and telescope. The right screen, the EKS, or Electronic Crane System, or LMI system, allows input of crane configuration code, monitors load moment versus rated loads, informs operator of an unsafe condition. These systems operate independently while in constant communication with each other. Looking at the main menu screen of the ECOS, you will find several functions. F1, level range. F2, instrument display. F3, function speeds. F4, settings menu. F5, telescoping control. F6, counterweight control. F7, outrigger control. F8, slewing tools. Looking at the EKS5 LMI screen, you have counterweight configuration. Select the F1 button and use the scroll buttons F5 and F6 to scroll to the desired counterweight configuration. F2, outrigger spread. Slewing range. Select the F3 button and use the scroll buttons F5 and F6 to scroll to the desired working radius of 360 degrees or over the rear only. F4, hoist reeving. F7, boom system. Operation code. Select the F9 button and use the scroll buttons F5 and F6 to scroll to the desired operation code. Once all configuration inputs have been selected, press the Enter button. A confirmation screen will be displayed asking you to confirm the crane configuration. Select the Enter button to confirm. Back in the upper, on the right screen, the EKS5 LMI, press Enter to confirm your settings. Moving over to the ECOS screen on the left, check your bubble level to confirm the crane is level. Now we want to slightly raise the boom. Activate the boom function switch on the right armrest and using the right joystick, begin to raise the boom. Next, select the main and auxiliary hoist switches on each armrest. With both joysticks, begin to lower each hoist out of the block. Then we can exit the upper and free the block and ball. Once the block and ball are free, continue to raise the boom to 70+ degrees. Engage the slewing function on the left armrest and use the left joystick to rotate the machine to the rear. Using the easy counterweight install feature of the TMS 9000, press F6 on the ECOS to enter the counterweight screen. Slew the crane until you see the red indicators. Once you see the red indicators, hit F5, which is your counterweight install button. Two green arrows at the top of your screen will tell you to slew in either direction. Begin to swing the crane. At this point, the crane will take over. Keep swinging until you reach about 4 degrees. The brake will automatically come on. Now the crane will begin to extend the counterweight lift cylinders. Once they reach bottom, one green arrow will disappear. Slew in the direction of the green arrow. From this point, the computer will take over. Now the crane will swing to 0 degrees and it will automatically lift and install the counterweight. Once the counterweight is installed, Your arrow will shut off and you are done. Now Mike Massey will go over the setup of the EKS5 LMI and boom extension and pinning.
So we'll hit escape, and then we'll hit your question mark.
The escape clears the screen?
It puts you into the menu.
Okay.
And then from the menu you can select your setup screen. And now I can select F1 is counterweights. And the arrows will highlight black, and you can scroll up and down to select whatever counterweight you want. I know we have full counterweight, so that's going to be 22 metric ton. Okay. And then we'll go down to our parts of line. Roman numeral 1 is your main hoist. So we know that's 4-part line, so we can scroll that up. And then if you hit it again, Roman numeral 2 comes up, that's your aux hoist. It's actually 1-part line, so we'll leave that there. And if that's what you want, you hit enter to confirm. The confirmation screen comes up. It just basically asks you, is this what you want? And then you hit enter again. And now you have your 22-ton counterweight. The main hoist is flashing, so that means the solid Roman numeral 2 is auxiliary hoist. We are actually reading the 1-part line. So if you shut off aux and hit enter, now Roman numeral 1 is solid, and we're reading 4-part line. Okay, so your indicator is red, so we have to turn it on with your switch. Okay, now we can set whatever our boom length, so they'll turn yellow first, and then we set our percentages to 50. Now it's telling you to either extend or retract, depending on which direction you're going. We're going to go extend. Now when you extend, obviously you got to run the hoist down at the same time, so you're going to be running both joysticks. So we're going to extend the boom, and also lower our hoists. Section. Now you wait, and it'll bring the cylinder back just a little bit to set the pins down. And when 2 green arrows in the middle going up, down, turn off. Now you're done.